Welcome to the program. Have I got great news for everyone out there who is worried that the brains of the leader of the free world and the man with his finger on the nuclear button, well, they have not, repeat, not turned to jelly. And any suggestion to the contrary apparently is just right-wing propaganda. How do I know? Pretty simple. I listen to Chuck Schumer.
I talk to President Biden, regularly, sometimes several times in a week, or usually several times in a week. His mental acuity is great. It's fine. It's as good as it's been over the years. I've been speaking to him for 30 years since we worked on the Brady bill and the assault weapons ban when I was a young congressman. He's fine. All this right-wing propaganda that his mental acuity has declined is wrong. He's going to win the election because he has a great record, because more and more Americans are seeing that record.
What? Come on. You didn't find that convincing? Well, let you in a little secret. Neither did I. Why not? Well, one simple reason. Let's find out what that is as we go busting the narrative. If you couldn't laugh, you'd have to cry, which is why I think that one of the funniest things to happen ever since Joe Biden's disastrous press conference last week, the one where he tried to prove his mental fitness by mixing up Mexico with Egypt, has been the effort to convince the American people and the world that everything is fine. Nothing to see here. It's not just Chuck Schumer either. All the Biden surrogates are out there doing a full court press. Here's Joe Scarborough on MSNBC.
First of all, because for some reason you had the guy, the special counsel, asking, "Hey, what year did your son die?" And supposedly he didn't remember what year his son died. And this was the most damning thing. I said this yesterday, and maybe it's just older people. We've lived a busy and active life, but nobody's closer to me. Nobody's been closer to me in my lifetime than my mom. If somebody asked me in the middle of a deposition, what year did your mom die? I go, I don't know, 2017, 2018, 2019. I don't know. I can tell you everything about it. I can tell you my final word. But again, that, and same thing with Mika and her dad.
Here's Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
The most difficult part about a meeting with President Biden is preparing for it, because he is sharp, intensely probing, and detail-oriented and focused.
Oh, here's Nancy Pelosi.
Experience is so important. So Joe Biden has vision, he has knowledge, he has a strategic thinker. This is a very sharp president. In terms of his public presentation, if he makes a slip of the tongue here or there, what's the deal?
Well, you get the idea. And indeed, Joe Biden himself seems to have silenced doubters with this robust performance with the King of Jordan this week.
Along with Queen Rihanna, who is meeting with Jill now, and the Queen and the Crown Prince Hussein. Where is the Prince out there? I thought he was coming out. At any rate, Your Majesty, over to you.
Mr. President.
Yeah, not sure why anyone would be doubting his fitness on that one, but hey, seriously, are you okay, Mr. President? Really? There would, of course, be one way to clear up the question about Joe Biden's mental capacity. He could take a cognitive test, like old folks and other people do all the time. But he won't. Why not? Well, Karine Jean-Pierre explains it all.
What do you think about the idea of taking that kind of a test? I mean, look,
and I talked about this last week too on I believe on Friday. I have known this president since 2009. He is not just my boss, he's also a mentor to me. And I've spent sometimes countless hours with him, whether it's in the Oval Office, whether it's on the road. And I believe, for me, you're asking me my personal opinion, he is sharp. He is on top of things. When we have meetings with him, with his staff, he's constantly pushing us, trying to get more information. And so that has been my experience with this president. Anything else outside of that, I just shared with you what Dr. O'Connor said to me, and so I'll just leave it there.
Come on! This is ridiculous. This is straight out of Orwell's 1984, where, in the words of the novel, quote, the party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. Or as the old country song says, who you gonna believe, me or your lying eyes? Seriously, take the test, Joe. You gotta do it. Thanks for watching. I am James Morrow, and to support this channel, please like, share, and subscribe below, and I'll see you next time for more Busting the Narrative. Bye-bye.